have a winter story to read to you today. It's one of my favorites. It is called The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats.
Who's Ezra Jack?
Ezra Jack Keats is the person who wrote the story, and he drew the pictures.
I know that he's
Okay, sit down. All right, so I want you to pay attention to all the things. So this is Peter, and he's going to do all kinds of different things on a snowy day, and I want you to pay attention to the things that he might do in the story, okay? I want you to try and remember them. The snowy day. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. Isn't that the best feeling when you wake up and see everything covered in snow? After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit. Raise your hand if you have a snowsuit. Awesome.
I have a
And ran outside.
I have a very hot one.
The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking, so people could walk through the sidewalk. So they had to move the snow out of the way. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. And then he walked with his toes pointing in, like this. And what do you think he made in the snow while he was walking?
Footprints.
Footprints. Good job. Footprints in the snow. See those footprints? And then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks in the snow. He found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. What do you think he might have found sticking out of the snow? A stick. Good job. Well done.
Why is that rainbow snow?
Oh, because sometimes snow isn't always perfectly white, is there?
Yeah.
Sometimes
it could be
stuff
rainbow.
falls onto it and it has colors. So you were right. It was a stick. A stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. So what was the first thing he did in the snow?
You looking at it?
He made what in the snow?
Footprints.
Footprints. Good job, Emma. And then he found a
Tree.
tree, and he found a stick, and he started hitting the tree. So what do you think he might do with that stick?
He's putting off the snow
Where's the snow gonna go?
on the ground.
Okay. Down fell the snow. Plop on top of Peter's head. It fell right out of the tree on top of his head. How silly is that? So, he thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. Why do you think it wasn't okay for him to join the big boys in the snowball fight?
Because he was too little.
He was too little, and what could happen?
They were laughing at him.
They might laugh at him. What else do you think that could happen if he plays in a snowball fight with the big kids?
He could fall down.
He could fall down, and he could
whack his head.
He could get hurt, right?
Yeah.
Good at him.
A snowball could go on his head too.
So he made a smiling snowman. Raise your hand if you've ever made a snowman.
I have.
It's awesome.
I can't
And
make one.
it's okay.
I mean,
And then he made angels, snow angels. How many of you have ever made snow angels
What's
in
okay?
the snow?
I made one around on his path.
Cool. And then he pretended he was a mountain climber. And he climbed up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow. And he slid all the way down. That sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He painted that through snow.
And then he picked up a handful of snow and another and still another. And he packed it all nice and round and firm. And that made a what?
Snowball.
A snowball. And then he put that snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. And then he went into his warm house. And he told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. What do you think's going to happen to that snowball in his warm house?
Now.
Let's find out. That's a good thought. So he thought and thought and thought about them. All the things that he did that day. There he is in his nice warm bath, because when you're outside and you're in the cold, you end up getting all wet in the snow, and then it's so you go inside and have a nice warm bath and warm up.
And have hot chocolate.
Yes, hot chocolate.
I just
Okay.
have some warm honey milk. And turn the fireplace on while you do it. I just have hot chocolate. No warm bath.
Before he got into bed that night, he looked in his pocket. Uh-oh. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. Why isn't the snowball there?
Because it melted.
It melted. You're right, Adam. So he was kind of sad that the snowball wasn't there anymore. So he went to sleep. And while he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone and the snow was still everywhere. And new snow was falling. Oh, yay.
Yeah, sometimes that happens to me.
Yeah.
Me too.
And so after breakfast, he called to his friend across the hall, and they went out together in the deep, deep snow. Look at that snow. Look how deep it is.
It's so deep.
And that is the end. Boys and girls, was that a thumbs up or a thumbs down story? What do you think?
I have
Let's thumbs up.
So many.
All right. Okay. So, who remembers one thing that Peter did in the snow?
He made a snowball.
He made a snowball. What else?
He made a mountain. Snowball fight.
Snowball fight?
He made a mountain.
Well, he didn't make the mountain. What did he do on the mountain?
He climbed it.
He climbed it, and then what did he do when he got to the top?
He slid
down.
And even he put the snowball in his pocket.
He put a snowball in his pocket?
And it melted.
It did melt. What else did he do? Emma.
On my button. On my button.
Oh, he made footprints?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember he made footprints at the beginning? Yeah? And then, what did he do? He found something. Who remembers what he found?
A stick.
A stick. What did he do with the stick?
Hit the tree.
And what happened?
It fell down.
It fell down. Where did it fall?
On his head.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, bunkers.
There was another thing that he did, and I'll give you a hint.
Made
He made snow angels, didn't he? All right.